My name is Travis Hall. I'm the head grower here at Native Roots Mothership Facility. I started back in 2016, so going on 10 years now.
So I know Native Roots takes massive amount of pride in company culture, training staff. So when it comes to training the cultivation staff, what are your secret sauce and what are you most proud of?
Keeping in mind that everyone learns a little bit differently, and we're growing a plant that everyone loves to work with, right? So keeping that in mind and trying to provide as many different learning tools as possible. So hands-on is one technique. Having robust SOPs that employees have access to is another. We have videos of all of our processes that our employees are able to access on the job or at home. We also have weekly, monthly, and quarterly meetings really celebrating their successes, because when we hit target, when we're within 1% of our targets, that's not myself, that's not Jason, that truly is the cultivators on the ground doing that work. So recognizing them in those moments, having a good employee discount program, and just working side by side with the team, honestly.
And if you were to give a tip on training staff to another cultivator, another company, what's one tip that you'd give them?
Just be patient and listen. We've had new employees change our processes right down to how we were weighing green waste at the end of every day, pulling bags out of a big cart and then putting it on the scale, putting it back in. They came up with the idea, they said, why don't we get a scale that we can just roll this cart onto and roll it off of? That reduced our labor at least 10 times every single day. And that's something that if you've been doing it for 5, 10 years and it works, you may not look at it from that angle.
So really pay attention to what everybody's saying, even if they join a week before.
Yeah.
Everyone's opinion actually counts for something.
Absolutely.
What role does data play in decision making related to your operations, plants that you're growing? And do you use any software or tools to help you make those data-driven decisions?
Yield data obviously drives all of the decisions we make. We need to make sure that we're growing the appropriate amount of flower, not too much, not too little. Obviously, we'll use an ERP system to help drive that, and then within production space, we'll actually use a building management system to help us drive different decisions and meet operational goals. Our building management system is really proprietary to our space as far as I know. But it ties in our HVAC, our lighting, our irrigation, fertigation. So we need to yield 76 grams per square foot in this canopy, right? We'll start with that, and then we'll adjust our canopy density as far as that goes, and then from there, we may manipulate how we train these plants, and then even how many times we irrigate these plants each day.
How often do you guys meet together to look over the data and have these kind of discussions to make decisions?
I'm meeting weekly with my managers to just go over the most recent harvest feedback and see, okay, this is where we hit target, this is where we maybe fell short. Do you have any ideas that could help us reach our goals next round?
And you mentioned yields as the most important metric. What would you say are your top metrics that you're religiously following?
Really, I would say yield and quality, but quality can be broken up into a variety of factors, right? So that could mean potency to some people, that could mean terpene percentage, that could mean just flavor profile, smell profile, visual appeal of the flower.
Do you consider sales data as well, or is that more so for quarterly meetings?
That is more for quarterly and even yearly. That's where we'll set out our big goals, and then as an operations team, we'll meet quarterly to see how we are doing on those goals.